Arena fever hits Mason City. Just a few weeks ago, the North Iowa Fair Board brought up the idea of a new building. And now the Mason City City Council is taking on the cause as well. KIMT News 3's Brian Scott joins us now in the newsroom. And Brian, why are both groups bringing up this topic now?
Well, Jamie, both sides actually have very similar goals here. The Fair Board wants to breathe new life into the fairgrounds, and city leaders want to do the same for Mason City's downtown. So now the question is, who gets the project? Or if history repeats itself, who can afford it?
Multi-purpose arena and bring an ice facility downtown.
For some long-time Mason City residents, Tuesday night's discussions may be deja vu. We went back to the city archives and found these plans for a multi-purpose facility in downtown, circa 2003.
In that 2003 study, this empty lot just south of the mall was pegged as the location for the multi-purpose facility. It would also take up some or all of the land across the street.
But that idea also had a hefty price tag, between $8 and $12 million. Council members know this project could get expensive too.
Before we could move forward on a project or before we could kill the project, we have to have these very discussions.
But the city's not the only group looking to build. The Fair Board is looking to build on its image.
We could look to build a multi-purpose facility that could continue to have events on a large scale in Mason City throughout the winter months.
The North Iowa Fair Board is also discussing a new facility to free up the ice arena and bring hockey back to town. Councilman Max Weaver says he knows that. It's no coincidence he's bringing this up now.
Because it got me fired up enough to have the courage to put this on the city council agenda here. That's county-owned land. It's time for this community to rally around your community, Mason City.
He says the facility would bring people to downtown Mason City. That's the idea for the Fair Board, too. So with both eyeing the project, the race for funding could soon begin. Now, during last night's meeting, City Council members voted unanimously to hold a future discussion on that issue. Scott Tornquist says hopefully the Fair Board will be involved in that as well. I also spoke to Fair Board President Dennis Higgins today. He says they're still looking at their options, Jamie, but this topic will likely come up at next week's meeting.
All right, thanks, Brian. Councilman Max Weaver says the 2003 facility study is out of date and the economics of the situation have changed in 7 years. He says new studies will likely have to be done.